say goodbye. And tonight it's time to fly. Stretch your wings, flap to the sky, where you know you'll be free. Memories, they melt away. Lifetime's nothing more than plays. Simple shows that we put on. Curtain call and then you're gone. Gone, gone beyond. Gone, gone, gone beyond. Gone beyond. Gone beyond. Gone beyond the going. A light, it shines so bright and clear. How many times have you been here? You feel no sadness, shed no tears, and flap into the light, flap into the night, flap into the night stream. Glowing tunnels carry you from all the things that you once knew, from all the places you once roamed, all the places you called home. Will you drink from the sweet stream, or to your memories will you cling? In your old cup of bitter brew, pour it out, drink something new.
Drink with me from the stream
of everything that's ever been.
Cool and clear, let's drink again.
Into these waters we will swim.
We will swim.
We will swim. We will swim.
We will swim.
Swimming in the night stream.
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 Are you seriously using AI? You really are a piece of shit!
Night stream, you're waiting for the night stream. Is this real, or are you in a dream? Are you here, or are are you in between? Night stream, waiting for the night stream.
When alpha males feel lonely, they transform into a bat.
The industrial revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race. They have greatly increased the life expectancy of those of us who live in advanced countries. But they have destabilized society, have made life unfulfilling, have subjected human beings to indignities, have led to widespread psychological suffering. In the third world, to physical suffering as well, and have inflicted severe damage on the natural world. The continued development of technology will worsen the situation. It will certainly subject human beings to greater indignities and inflict greater damage on the natural suffering. And it may lead to increased physical suffering, even in advanced countries.
White smoke, new pope, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Turn on the oven and throw in some toast, and that's how you blow that pop smoke. Chimney spray, brand new day. If you see black smoke, don't be dismayed. Burnt toast, no pope. Blood pope, white smoke, new hope. Time to start printing t-shirts and posters. Picture of the new pope on your Catholic coasters. It's been quite a ride, I must say. Prayed for the new pope every day. Will he love or reject the gays? Will he be mean? What will he say? Gonna find out about the new pope today. White smoke, new pope, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Turn on the oven and throw in some toast, and that's how you blow that pop smoke. Chimney spray, brand new day. If you see black smoke, don't be dismayed. Burnt toast, no pope. White smoke, new hope. Time to start printing t-shirts and posters. Picture of the new pope on your Catholic coasters. It's been quite a ride, I must say. Prayed for the new pope every day. Will he love or reject the gays? Will he be mean? What will he say? Gonna find out about the new pope today. White smoke, new pope, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Turn on the oven and throw in some toast, and that's how you blow that pop smoke. Chimney spray, brand new day. If you see black smoke, don't be dismayed. Burnt toast, no pope. White smoke, new hope. Time to start printing t-shirts and posters. Picture of the new pope on your Catholic coasters. It's been quite a ride, I must say. Prayed for the new pope every day. Will he love or reject the gays? Will he be mean? What will he say? Gonna find out about the new pope today.
Reflections in the water now are memories in my brain. Summer day in Hendersonville with my grandpa by the lake. Fishing rods and skipping frogs seem to sink into the sky. What once was real has now become a ripple in my mind. Skipping frogs with my grandpa, it was heaven here on earth. He taught me how to flip my wrist so the frogs would not get hurt. Showed me how the frogs relaxed and floated on their
sky's sweet reflection. I guess we're all reflections of things that used to be. Everyone's a skipping frog bouncing through eternity, happy and confused as we bounce upon the sky, till at last we're so completely relaxed it seems like we have died. Those frogs, they're alive is what my grandpa used to say, floating on their backs to see the sky. They say I'm killing frogs when I skip them across the lake, but they don't know that happy frogs can never die. Happy frogs are immortal is what my grandpa screamed as they took him in a van and drove away. They live forever in the reflections in our minds, and in my mind I'm skipping frogs with grandpa every day. Every day skipping frogs with my grandpa. He lives in a cabin by my memory lake. So sometimes if it seems like my mind is wandering, don't worry, I'm with grandpa, taking a frog break. You're entering the night stream. Do you dare tread where angels cream? Is your bed made out of parakeets? Night stream, can you feel the night stream? Yeah, it burns, but that's okay. It's better than the streams of day. Night stream, you belong in the night stream. This is the night stream. Night stream, carry me. Night stream, scary me. Night stream, fairy wings flapping me into the night. Oh, you know it's gonna be alright. Clap your hands and scream. Curl up in a ball and freak. Dumb or smart, dirty or clean. Everybody's welcome. Yeah, everybody's welcome in the night stream.
Night, 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 Queen Street.
See, I forgot to unmute. Welcome to the night stream, everybody. Yeah, I know you probably didn't hear me. I don't know. I'm going to the fucking YouTube. God damn it. Okay, you didn't hear me. Great. So now I have to start over again. Sorry about that. For those of you just joining us, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. It does seem like, based on the chat, we got some new people here, and I'm excited that you're here. And it blows my mind that I'll pull up the YouTube stats, and we'll get into Operation Beast Blast later. Some of you, the new people joining us, might not know what that is, but you will soon, and you'll be glad to hear it, because it's good news, which is what gospel means, and I'm going to share it with you, but not just yet. The night stream is prone to technical difficulties. This is I've talked to a couple of quantum physicists regarding some of the technological errors that I've been experiencing. 16 night streams ago, we started this, and over the course of those night streams, the chaos level has diminished to some degree, but it still appears. And so some quantum physicists have told me that I'm in a Kubrick flux refractor. So it's the studio is what it's made of, or what it used to be, which is, you know, I know if you listen to my podcast, you know, you might think that I just like believe in ghosts, and I don't. I'm quite skeptical. In fact, I'm looking over because, and I did talk about this before, but I'm looking over because a weasel got into my fucking studio, and I know how crazy that sounds. I'm in Austin, Texas. Like, I'm pretty sure weasels aren't in the biome. I said biome. I don't know. But this seemed more like a ferret or something. Like a, not honey badger style weasel, but a elongated furry thing. And it is fucking smart. It's smart. And which you know, this is a different night stream. We should do a whole episode focused on how humans seem to be. The dumber something is, the more comfortable a human is eating it, which is really fascinating. Like, you know, we don't cannibalize each other, obviously, and then sort of like there's this hierarchical scale of intelligence where somewhere at some level of dumb, you are open game to get eaten. Like, once you get to a certain level, we will fucking eat you happily. Like, we will fucking turkeys, like, we'll make a whole day out of it. But weasels, you know, maybe, I don't know where you live, maybe in whatever fucked up, depraved country you live in, whatever Lovecraftian eldritch land you live in, whatever fucked up dreams of unknown Kadath, dark fucking hell realm, whatever bloodborne realm you live in, they might, like, you might be able to order weasels on a menu. But I've never encountered that. I've never fucking heard of that. I've never met anyone who's eaten a weasel, or who, like, you know, it's more, I would say, if I had to bet, I've never met anyone who fessed up to like eating another human, but I would say the odds are higher that I've met a cannibal than a weasel eater. And why? We must ask this. What do they taste like? No idea. I have no idea. They could be delicious. But, you know, I think even if they were, even if somebody like in that show alone caught a weasel and ate it and was like just weeping because it's so good, and was transfigured by some kind of just radiant glow of realization, because they're like also just completely psychedelic, but in only good ways. Just none of the bullshit you get with some of the other psychedelics. None of the mushrooms trying to teach you a lesson. None of it. Just pure ecstatic bliss, a realization that you are a fundamental part of the universe, and the universe is perfect, and therefore you're perfect too, but not in a narcissistic way, in a kind of unified consciousness way, leading to your ability to like exercise, not compassion, not just while you're high on weasel meat, but after. Like, I still don't think we'd eat them. And, you know, who hasn't watched the honey badger video? Who hasn't watched weasel videos? Who doesn't fall asleep watching weasel videos? They're relaxing. They're relaxing creatures. But I never encountered one in the wild, so to speak, because it was wild. This weasel was fucking wild. And it ran through my studio. It seemed to laugh at me. It made this weird laughing sound, and then it would hide and then stick its head out, and I would like try to grab it, which probably has rabies. Like, what the fuck am I doing? But this means a lot to me, this night stream, and I wanted to start it, and it was disrupting that possibility. And I'm like, I'll just fucking grab the weasel. I'll grab the weasel. I'll fucking put him outside. But I couldn't catch it. It was fast. It seemed lucid is the only way to put it. It's like when you go to the zoo and see a chimp, you know, and you have to like really work hard at sort of suppressing a lot of parts of yourself when you see the chimp, because they're sexy. And you got to deal with the fact that thing is like looking back at you with this sort of, in a different way than like a turkey. Like it's pissed, or depressed, or it's just like, what are you doing? Like, does this make sense to you? Like, what do you think, you live in Star Trek? You've locked us behind plexiglass. Like, don't you, like, you see what we have? We think, we dream. We're your ancestors to some degree, but you don't eat us, but you would if we were just slightly less intelligent. But and what's, you got to wonder what's worse. If you fall in a level of intelligence for human beings that's like dumb, we'll eat you. Once you cross this certain threshold, we'll imprison you and subjugate you. So it's like you cross a certain threshold and you go from meat to be devoured to meat to be subjugated, or some form of amusement. So we'll capture you, we'll like make you dance, and we love it. We think it's adorable. It's fun. I mean, the circuses, the elephants, make them like do a little ballet, put a tutu on an elephant. We fucking love it. We love it. And so all I'm saying is, like, having encountered like having been to many a zoo and a circus and SeaWorld, having encountered many intelligent creatures that have been subjugated to the will of humanity and made to do ridiculous tricks and given weird fucking names, this weasel that I encountered in my studio was smarter than all of them combined. It had I can't even describe the kind of intelligence it had. And you just know when you cross paths with intelligence. You just know. Like, this isn't me like spinning out or something. Like, that weasel was smart as fuck. I'm fine. But I opened the door and I feel like it like ran out, but then it's like something hit my window over here, and I looked, and then I looked back, and I assumed the weasel left. But the reason I keep looking around is because I feel like it could be. I have a feeling of being watched right now, like it's watching me, and I don't like that. I feel like it felt judgmental. I don't know any way to put it. And it's like, I get it. You're a zoo chimp. Be judgmental. Like, you should. You're tuned in with nature. People are like, they're looking at you like you're like a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic or something. And you can probably talk to trees and shit, and you're just tuned in with the earth, and you're looking at this aberrant, distant fucking ancestor that thinks it's more evolved than you, when it easily could have devolved. And so, yeah, I get a zoo chimp judging us, but a fucking studio weasel, I didn't trap it here. I don't leave weasel bait on the floor of my studio. I didn't even know there were wild weasels in Texas. And so, you know, the way it was looking at me was like, you know, it was judging me like I had captured it when it came of its own free will into my studio. And I heard something. Probably the wind. But anyway, I don't believe in ghosts. And you know, which is why, you know, when we moved into this place and they, you know, they told me this, you know, we have to tell you this was a mortuary. I didn't give a fuck. Like, so what? Like, everything's a mortuary. Everything's, the soil of this earth is made of the decomposition of countless creatures. You know, the whole world's a mortuary, to quote Marilyn Manson. It's like, it's like a great deal on the fucking house. Perfect studio space. You know, and there have been no ghost encounters or anything here. Like, nothing. And it's so funny to me because they're like, nobody would buy it. Like, they were so excited when you put the offer in because people are like, I don't want to live in a place that used to be a mortuary. It's just a superstition. It's like, fucking watch some Carl Sagan. Pull up some Neil deGrasse. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm going to move slow.
Night stream, you're entering the night stream. Do you dare tread where angels scream? Is your bed made out of parakeets? Night stream, can you feel the night stream? Yeah, it burns, but that's okay. It's better than the streams of day. Night stream, you belong in the night stream. This is the night stream. Night stream, carry me.
I swear, it sounded, it was like a chittering or something, but nothing. I think it ran out. You know, I thought there's something we could do today that is like a little different than what we've been doing. For those of you just joining us, what we've been doing is reading Alexander Corps's analysis of the Gospels. It's been wonderful, and I think we've all connected. We've all had some breakthrough moments. In the chat, you can speak up. I've personally been talking to some of you, and it's been a really like incredible few streams, I have to admit. But I thought maybe we could divert a little bit from the normal trajectory of the night stream, and we can get back into our Bible study in the next night stream. But I thought that maybe we could I could play for you some prank calls that I did when I was in college. And we, Emil Amos, who is this just a genius, one of my dear friends, and we were friends in college. And Emil is like just like this super talent. I mean, this sounds just sentimental and cheesy, but I doubt I would be doing comedy if I had not become friends with him. Not because he was a comedian, but because he was the first like actual like artist I ever met. And it was nuts because like it was like you hear about artists when you're growing up in Hendersonville, but you know, encountering like a sort of like insane lo-fi artist, like this, like, I don't know, just a philosopher, existentialist person. And it like sort of derailed me to some degree, just because when you're around somebody who's like really focused and making really good music and is like which is to me what was sort of astounding, was he had this 4-track, and he would just like he was obsessed with making music. He would just record these incredible songs. And I know that sounds, I don't expect you to believe that. When you hear it, it sounds like, yeah, right. there's no fucking way, like, some asshole with a 4-track at liberal arts school, I don't want to hear their music, which is a totally reasonable reaction to what I just said. But this was like really good music. And then he was sort of introducing me to like Daniel Johnston and like, you know, Sebadoh and like lo-fi music. And it really like informed a lot of who I am, just like running in, like just getting sort of bombarded with this kind of underground, like musical aesthetic or something. It was just sort of wrapped up in a kind of, I don't know, existential philosophy or something. And we at our school, the way it worked is like if people like you had to go through a switchboard to call the school. And so what that meant, if you wanted to do prank calls, is you could prank call anybody and they could call the cops or whatever. And like, if they got the outgoing number, they would just hit the switchboard at Warren Wilson College. And so what was really awesome about Warren Wilson College was it was a work college. And it's a tiny liberal arts school. And so what that meant was everyone who went to school there had to work on the campus. So everyone had a job. People worked on the farm. People worked in the landscaping crew. I was on the computers crew, which was just like, dude, I broke a professor's computer once. It's a sad story, but what it meant was that if somebody traced the call, it would go to the switchboard. And because it was a work college, your friends worked at the switchboard. And people at the school knew that Emil and I had started making prank calls. And so they'd be like, I have no idea, man. I don't know. And so no one could ever get us. And so we would make these prank calls, and the way, like, usually we would be like stoned or something. And these were different times. Like, it was sort of the glory days of prank calling, because now no one's answering their phone. You call a fucking phone, no one's picking up. You're insane if you pick up an unknown number to your phone, or like you're waiting for medical results or something. But no one does that anymore. But in these days, oh dude, like people would pick up their phone. And not only that, you could do things like, you could just call hotels and be like, room 229, please, let me get to 229. And it would just send you to a room, which when we realized you could do that, that was like a whole epoch in our prank calls, because nobody expects to get prank called in their hotel room. And so we have a few good ones there. I don't know. I was sort of digging around, and I found like a repository of these things. And we do have a cassette tape out that I'll try to find a link. Like, you can order them from Emil if you want like a physical copy of some of these. But let me just address the chat for a second before we move on here. And by the way, for those of you who were here last night, it was a historic number of super chats. I just want you to know that. We made history last night, and we got one step closer to taking out the Great Pyramid of Giza. And I'll get into that in a moment. But I want to play you some of these calls. Do this real quick. I have this thing called ground control. Hold on. For those of you just joining us, this is actually, the things that are happening right now are smoother than usual. We have a very generous super chat from Golgothan. Could you lead us through a guided meditation from the perspective of one of Peter Nygaard's children, from the moment of birth to immediately having your life force and bodily fluids pumped into a vampire. Dude, that was, man. I mean, you're having Alex Jones on your podcast. It's like you're gonna get red pilled, but that was not what I saw coming. For those of you who might not know what Golgothan is talking about in this super chat, hold on. Someone's saying check my gram. I have a fix to that. If you guys are hearing a buzz, hold on. Let me just do this. That should have fixed it, hopefully. But basically, so this is the most fucked up shit I've ever seen. It's fucked up. You can go on the InfoWars, whatever they are on Twitter now. He's posted these videos. It's this fucking vampire named Peter Nygaard, who has an unfortunate name and who looks exactly like the vampire Dracula from the Keanu Reeves Dracula movie. Looks so much like this being. And this is a video of this man sitting at some kind of dinner with these beautiful 20-something black ladies. And he is proposing to them that should they get an abortion, they should sell him their abortions. And he's so unaware of how insane that is, and how fucked up that is, that he seems to have gotten a professional camera crew to film this interaction. He's so disconnected. And you see the look on these women's faces, exactly what you might expect. The same look probably people have watching it. What? But basically, Alex Jones was saying it's yeah, stem cells are great. We know this. But, even better than the stem cells that one might harvest from fetal tissue are the stem cells that you might harvest from your own DNA within the fetal tissue. So it's like you impregnate somebody, abort the baby, and then inject yourself with those stem cells. And that's what they're doing up there, man. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing in the upper echelons of the globalist Illuminati elite. They are injecting themselves with the aborted babies of women that they have impregnated because it helps reverse the aging process. And so that's you can look up Nygaard and see what I'm talking about if you want to give yourself a little chill. Max Meeks wants me to give a vaporized author a shout out. I shout out thou'st who hath been vaporized. Brian Lewis, super chat. I'm struggling with bad habits. Any words of encouragement? Of course. I'm a fool. I'll always have words of encouragement. Habit. It's actually, I'm glad you mentioned this because I have been really thinking a lot about habit lately, and particularly habitual responses to things, and the sort of the manacle of habit that locks itself to your fucking neck and essentially creates a reality, a timeline. Habit locks you to whatever timeline you're on in the multiverse. And if you want to navigate through the multiverse, you cannot navigate until you break free of all of your habitual reactions, because your habitual reactions are the ways that you spin the universe into existence. And so this set of generally incredibly refined, super spontaneous reactions to phenomena are the way that you kind of co-create the universe with God. And so you're just spitting out the same it's like a 3D printer that keeps printing out the same stupid thing over and over again. These are your habits. This is what it's doing. And so not all habits are bad. Some habits are good. But a lot of habits you don't even know. Like if you look at all your habitual responses and there's a Gurdjieff, like a Gurdjieff, someone in a Gurdjieff group, this mystic taught me this thing which you could do if you want to hear like an example of what I'm talking about. The next time you buy anything, like practice mindfulness. So when you're at the Chevron and you're buying cigarettes or whatever, usually anything you're buying at Chevron is bad. Like, that's important to note. Like it's all bad for you, which is so interesting to me, whether it's gas, whether it's a Red Bull, like it's just everything sold at a Chevron seems geared to the degradation of human existence. They've got weird knives for gutting. They've got shitty gutter boner pills that will give you a 3-day headache. I've tried them. And then an insane assortment of candy, implying that people eat candy like that. That's the implication. When you're looking at like a Chevron candy display, you're like, what the fuck? Like people buy like mega candy bars, or when you're seeing like a pickle that's floating in a brine made of warheads, the sour candy. The implication is, yeah, of course. What? You don't want to eat a pickle that's been brining in warheads? Like what? Of course, we all do this. So not only does it like offer any manner of fucked up things for you to wreck your life with, it implies that you're healthy by way of just never having eaten a pickle that was brined in warhead candy juice. So, fundamentally fucked up places. Chevrons or gas stations are absolutely fucked up places. Anytime I've been in one, I've always been, either buying these stupid nicotine pouches or doing something to gratify some habitual addictive part of me, or gas, which is fucked up. So, but we gotta have it. And so the next time you are in this temple of darkness, practice some mindfulness and then watch the way that you buy something. It doesn't have to be a Chevron. It could be anywhere. But you'll notice that you have a set way of buying things. You have a way of reaching in your pocket, pulling out your wallet, pulling out your card, and penetrating the machine with your capitalist dick. You're doing your Apple Pay, bing, and you have a way of glancing over to make sure it went through, and maybe some thoughts that go around in your mind as you wait for the suspense to see if you still have access to the money numbers. And then you have this way of, all of us do this, so this is not some woke indictment, but you have to dehumanize the person there. Probably you're in a hurry, whatever. It's dude, yeah, thank you so much, have a good day, you go. And so you realize like this is an incredibly complex dance that you're doing. Number one, like if you had never checked out, if you'd never like bought something at a gas station and somebody showed you a video of you buying shit at a gas station, it's like, get this, I need you to perfectly do this. It would take you a long time to get every single step down. Like there's it's a very complex thing that you're doing that you just take for granted. It's all habit. You don't even know where you picked up the habits. You don't know why you do the thing with your credit card. You don't know why you reach in your wallet a certain way. You don't know why you say the things that you say to the person. Did you see your mom do it? There was a time when it was the first time you bought something as a kid. It's cool. Like it's cool to watch your kid buy something for the first time. It's adorable. They're so excited. They talk to the person at the register. They like, it's fucking fun and awesome. And, it won't be long before they're just like, yeah, get me the fuck out of here. And so if you had to and they're clumsy about it because they've never done it. So the things we take for granted, tap to pay, shove your card in, where's the tip, signing the thing if you have to, all the steps, they don't know. They're clumsy about it. But if you were asked to memorize that, if I told my kid, do this in a fluid kind of way, do this in your sleep, do this while you're looking at your phone, there's no way you could do that. So this is Gurdjieff pointing towards this sort of automatic reactionary state that most people spend their entire lives in, never having any autonomy at all. And if they think they're free, then the very thoughts of freedom are also habitual reactions to truth, so that they distort their own reality to think that they're free when they're not at all. How could you say you're free when you respond to phenomena exactly the same way every time? That is not freedom. That is being imprisoned by your habits. So habits are actually the sort of, center of the inferno that you have to go through to get out, which is the beginning of the analysis of one's own spontaneous reactions to phenomena is the beginning of liberating yourself from the timeline that you're tethered to via a complex set of reactions that you think are your personality. And if you can untether from that, then you can start experimenting with multiverse navigation and see if you can shift into alternate timelines. Now, whether or not it's really multiverse navigation, whether or not you're actually Doctor Strange, is irrelevant. It's for sure, if you stop responding to reality in the identical way every time, you will experience change, and novelty will come to you, just because you're so used to how things react to the little weird fucking dance that you do that you call your life, like the birds do their mating dance, that you it's easy to assume this is just how life is, when in fact it's not at all. Everyone's experiencing a multiplicity of incarnations at this very moment on this planet. You don't need to even put the multiverse in there. So habit is the GPS that you've been has replaced your own instincts and ability to navigate. It's like a GPS system that's telling you. It's not turn right on 5th Street, but it's pull card from wallet, place card on scanner. Not that part of scanner. Involuntarily cringe because you are embarrassed because your father was too hard on you and didn't let you have the room you needed to breathe. All right, let's listen to some prank calls. Wait. What do we have going on here? We have some more super chats. All right, here we go. We got a sports chat from Yep 2816. The odds of Venezuela beating USA in the World Basketball Championship right after we steal their president goes into astronomical or scripted odds. Yeah, that's fucking weird. It's so weird we're still playing baseball with them. I mean, that is really strange. You can just it is, it's if you think about that, if it happened in America, how insane that would be. Just fucking helicopters appear around the White House. Soldiers with tech we've never seen before completely just incapacitate the police force and whoever guards the fucking White House. Scary people. If you've ever been to the White House, there's scary people with weird giant guns. And then scoop up the president of the United States and then fly away. Just put him in a fucking prison. Like, would be insane what that would do. But I guess Venezuela didn't like Maduro, or they're just sort of like, yeah, I don't know. I guess they got him. And then to think, like, if that did happen, if like Trump got taken to some prison in some other country, but we're like, yeah, we'll still do the baseball game with him. So weird. David Key, thanks for the super chat. Hey Duncan, what's your take on Alan Watts' wisdom and irreducible rascality? Do you think there's any thoughts that are actually private? Sure, I think every thought's private. Are there unique thoughts? We'll never know. It's something less private if it's a common thought. Like you know what I mean? Like technically it's private. No one knows that you've thought it. But if everyone's thinking it, is it still private? San and Pwine is back. You missed a few of these, Pwine. What the fuck? Day the fuck dare, boys. It's Pwine hour. Pwine is here. San and Pwine is here. Look, let me see if I can get these prank calls going. And again, I don't know that I need to remind you guys. These were made in college in a different time. I'm sure that some of what we might hear on these might be something less accepted these days. I don't really remember, so I guess it's a little risky for me to play these. Fuck it. I know they're unethical. I've thought about all that. Some of them you could even argue border on sociopathy. I'll start with, first let me see if you guys can even hear this. And again, I'm not saying this is peak comedy or anything, but I do think they're pretty cool. Some people really love them. Let me just see if this even plays, or if I just did a build up for no reason. Something's happening. Okay, that's not good that you're hearing that, but these aren't going to open. Hold on. Let's see if this works. Should work. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me see if that's coming through OBS. There.
We're sorry, but the
Good evening, I'm Model Limited. We expect our personal best. This is Dane. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm over at Route 116.
Is there 100 rooms in the thing?
I'm sorry, the guest you're trying to reach
No.
is unavailable.
Hey,
Please
no.
use the tone.
Okay, let me hit pause for a second because this is important. You'll hear Emil because we just had a handheld tape recorder held up to the phone, and he would give me the funniest lines to say. And so in these prank calls, you hear Emil, and you just have to, this was just us with a handheld tape recorder as close to the phone as we could get it. We had no technology. And what you're hearing here is, this was when we'd realized you could call hotels and they would just send you to any room. And so this was one of many of these sorts of calls that we did.
Room 116.
We don't have any room 116.
I guess it's 116 or 16.
Do you have a name? I can look it up for you.
Yes, it's Miss Wilson Ronston. She's my daughter.
No, I'm showing William.
That's the one. That's the one.
Okay, and the first name?
Ronston. It's gotta be a friend.
I'm showing a Williams Robert. That's not it.
That's him.
Williams Fay.
Oh yeah, Mr. Fay, that'll be fine.
Is that the person you're looking for?
Yeah, that's the one, son. Thank you.
Williams Fay.
Williams Fay, it's a friend.
Okay, hold on a second.
Hello? Hey, this is Barry down at the front desk. I'm sorry to call. We've been calling around because we got a wild dog in the halls. Have you had a wild dog run by?
No.
I'm sorry. We need permission to go room to room because we got to search to make sure that damn thing isn't anywhere around here. We got the Humane Society here. Damn thing's rabid. It bit a little girl down here in the lobby.
Good grief. Okay.
Is that all right? If you could just open your door and make sure you're all dressed and everything, because we've got some masked, contaminated. You know, because the dog's contaminated. We don't want him to get sick.
Okay.
So just you know, pop the trunk.
Well, we'll be watching.
And also, if you could just open up the door and just sort of pop yourself one. Yeah, ma'am.
What?
Could you just sort of do a little flip around, you know, a little double dive, a little double dipper? Ma'am?
What?
Could you do a little side step to the left and just sort of upsy ducks? Dump the dump truck, you know what I mean? Take a dump.
So stupid. So stupid. Oh my god. So that was like the hotel. I have to stop this. That was the hotel era. And then there's a few here. I don't know which one this is. But this dude wanted to kick my ass.
Hello? Yeah, let me talk to Ronnie Cantrell. This is Ronnie. Hey, Ronnie.
That's not the right one. I have to, before I play that one, I have to play the first one, which is insane. This guy now this one got the cops like involved.
Hello? Yeah. Hello?
This one, the cops called the switchboard. We heard about it from our friend who works security.
Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hey, turn that fucking music down. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hey, turn that fucking music. Hold on, I'll put the bartender on. I can't hear nothing. Turn it. Oh, hello, can you, hello?
You what?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to be at Jack in the Woods, I've got this problem.
Grow up.
Hey. What did he say?
We're calling like, okay, wait. we were calling some like shitty Asheville, North Carolina nightclub, I think. And we just we'd realized doing these prank calls that if you just keep calling someone over and over again, it quite often would lead to some funny thing happening. God, just a little sociopath, just sociopaths in the dorm room.
Can you hear me?
What universe can I help you?
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
I'm sorry, I just called. My phone is messing up on me.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Hold on, let me get around the corner here, okay?
Homie.
I'm over here at Jack in the Woods, and I'm having this problem.
There's a problem?
Yeah, there's got a pretty big problem over here.
Okay, where's the problem?
I've got a bitch in my basement.
You got what?
I've got a bitch in my basement.
Where are you at?
Jack in the Woods. I don't know what to do.
You're back in the woods.
No, I'm at Jack in the Woods, you know, and I've got a pretty large bitch in the basement. You know,
You have somebody in the basement?
Right, we got a bitch in the basement.
Bitch in the basement.
We don't know what to do.
Right. What are you doing to this woman in the basement?
Well, we're not really doing anything. She just crawled in there. And we looked down, look at that bloated, you know, you got a bitch in your basement, you can't,
Right.
and we can't quite figure out what we do with her. We're over at Jack in the Woods.
You're going to get Jack in the woods.
We're at Jack in the woods. We've got a bitch in the basement.
You have a bitch in the basement.
Over here.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, listen, I'm an off-duty police officer down here working. How about I have a cruiser come over and help you out?
Alright, that'd be excellent. Wherever he works.
I tell you what, I've got star 69 on the phone, so I'm going to go ahead and call the phone company.
Okay.
Have them call it back.
Alright.
And then I'll have somebody come over and check you out, okay?
Thank you very much.
Alright, bye-bye.
Dude, definitely the cops called the college for that one. I think we're past the statute of limitations. Yeah, Jay Brooker, this is with Emo Amos. Yeah, we were best friends in college. And we would do these terrible prank calls together. I listen to them now, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Just so dark. They're all so dark and depraved. And many of them are just like really just stupid. I mean, they're all stupid, I would say. But, I mean, for example, this one is just peak dumb.
I'm in an emergency situation here.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm in an emergency situation. I need a boat to bail bomb. You understand?
Who is it?
This is Rodney Henson.
This is who?
Rodney Henson. I'm over there. They got my brother pinned up. He ran over a cat, ate his entrails. They arrested him. Can you get a bail? It's $28.
Say that again?
You gotta be kidding me. He ate a cat. And they put him in the pen.
He ate a cat?
He ate a cat.
What kind of cat did he eat?
What kind of cat did he eat? How the fuck do I know? He ate a cat.
What accent? It's like an
Hello?
Italian.
Hold on. Where did he eat a cat?
I'm crying. I don't want him in a pen. He ate a cat right in front of the courthouse.
He ate a cat in front of the courthouse.
Yes!
Tell him to eat another one.
What?
He got me. You stupid piece of shit. Man. Obama Soda 369. This is me in college doing prank calls. This is quite some time ago. I mean, they're absolutely these are like I'm playing like some tame ones. Like some of them are just like really messed up. Like I'll play you like this one. I don't think people like this one as much as I like it, but I'll see if I can find it. Cause this one, one of my jobs. Let's see if I can find it. One of my jobs was I would take calls for this catalog company called Clifford and Wills, I think was what it's called. And basically, you know, you would just like people would make orders and shit, and then like at some point your phone would beep and somebody would be like, you can go home now. And so like, I realized the beep for someone saying you can go home now is the same beep for when you are getting a call. No, they didn't differentiate the two. And so, you know, we had this idea of like, what if we call, I bet like you can call most places and they don't know the difference between calls coming from an outside line and an inside line. And so, let's see if I can find this. If not, I might give up. It might be on YouTube. Home shopping. Let's see if I can find this. I'm afraid to, like, I don't know. Oh, wait. Hold on. No. I'll just play this one then. I don't know. Nature's Balance. I think this one's really embarrassing.
Nature's Balance, may I help you?
Yes, I was calling about a colonic. Right, I think I'd like to have a colonic.
Okay. Have you ever had one before?
I've never had one. My wife says I should get one.
Okay.
Maybe you could explain the process to me because I've never had one. You know, she just said I should get one and gave me this number.
Okay. What it is it's a cleansing of the whole large intestine with water. How it's administered is you lie down on a massage table.
You get a massage before?
Not before, no.
Oh, all right.
What you do is you lie down on a massage table and you have a proctoscope inserted.
What exactly is a proctoscope?
A proctoscope is an instrument that's inserted into your rectum.
Oh, Lord.
And it's inserted about 2 inches. And
oh, Lord.
It's actually not painful at all.
Oh, you lubricate it?
Absolutely.
Oh, Lord.
And some water flows through it.
You basically mean you hose out my ass.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That is ridiculous. Anyway, those are so. I'll play more calls on another stream. I have many, many more, by the way. And like, if I could find the link for it, I could post. Batesar, we got you. I see you're here. Batesar's here. Batesar's here. Acknowledged. I'll post the link if you are someone who like has something that can play cassette tapes. We have them, and like I'm not sure where you can order them from, honestly, but that wasn't a promo for the thing. I'll post the link, but I've got so many of them. Let's get into the super chats. Would you have another podcast with Jason Louv? Yeah, of course. I love him. I enjoyed your conversations with him. Seems like he rarely posts from his own podcast. Yeah, he's awesome. I love him. I need to reach out to him. I haven't talked to him in a bit, and he lives in fucking Texas. I'm a shit friend. Thanks for the super chat. Korean Ninja, good to see you again. I'm late, but finally the most critical, beautiful, and my favorite stream of streams, the night stream. My chihuahua says bail's getting loud. Listen, this is true. The reason that you're experiencing what you're experiencing right now obviously isn't just because I'm playing a bunch of prank calls. It's because you've come home. And I'm not saying my dumb rambling ass is your home at all. But what I'm saying is that you have tuned in to something more powerful than any other thing that's happening right now on the entire planet. Now, I say that with some dismay. I don't think the bar is set that high these days. But also I say it with joy. I say it with joy because what this thing is that you're watching right now, and there's some percentage of you who have no idea what's happening. You're blasted. You might have just hit your head. You grab the remote control and you're just sort of, you don't even know why you're fucking around with YouTube. And you landed here. Drop the remote. I'll I'll tell you why you landed here. You landed here because you were sent here by the angels. The angels guided you here. I'm talking to you. I see you out there. I see you. I can see you. I see you right there, laying on your bed with your cat. You've had a rough few days, but they're about to get better. Because now you know magic is real. I just described exactly what you're doing. How's that possible, you're wondering? How could this be? Well, it's possible because we are part of an interconnected tapestry that is a receiver for pure consciousness. And, the mind is not imprisoned in the shackles of the skull, to quote Ellen DeGeneres. Of course not. The mind is the most free thing there is. It's purely liberated. And then the human mind, essentially, if you look at neurons, synapses, the synaptic cleft, what do you see? You see tree limbs, tree branches, moving, undulating in the wind of consciousness. And, some of y'all, your neurons are a little, they need some pruning. Nobody ever taught you that you're growing a brain garden. Nobody ever taught you that. Nobody ever taught you that the repeated attention placed upon anything creates an actual neurological effect. Neurons connect. And sometimes that's really good. And sometimes it's the worst fucking thing that could ever happen to you. Most extreme examples, of course, being heroin addicts. Suddenly the neurons that connect are not supposed to connect. You're not supposed to associate heroin with water, but you do. You need it to live. Not a great connection. The point is, of course, that when you have a wild, unpruned, uncared for neuronic garden that is dictating your life experience, it's easy to end up on your bed with your cat, all bummed out. That's, in fact, probably what should be expected. But the real question here is, why wouldn't it be that the blowing winds of consciousness don't create positive neural connections within the human mind? Tucker Carlson was just asking this. And, well, I'll tell you, the answer to that is simple. And it's one of those things where I don't want you to feel embarrassed because you missed it. Because it's like in a perfect murder mystery movie. The perpetrator was right in front of you the whole time. It was obvious. But it's so well done that you're surprised. So the reason that you might have made some fucked up connections inside your old brain pan is not because of socioeconomics, not because of your experience as a child, not because of climate change, not because of whatever country you were born into, not because of whatever religion or cult you were born into. None of these things. The reason is simple, and we're lucky for that. It's one thing. And that thing is the Great Pyramid of Giza. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the reason you don't feel so good right now. It has nothing to do with being bombarded every time you turn on one of your hypno rectangles with what appears to be clear signs that we are existing in the last days of humanity. It's not because robber barons have taken control of the United States again. It's not because the will of the people has been subverted to serve the corpos, the corporatocracy and the oligarchs. It'd be easy to think that, but you'd be a fool. Because you have to go further upstream. Why is there a corporatocracy? Why are there oligarchs? Why are there people completely like A-okay with blowing up schools. Well, it's the Great Pyramid of Giza. That's why. So yeah, go ahead, have your revolution. Good luck. But it's a little bit like taking a shit in the bathtub and then scooping out the turd and staying in the bath water and then still having to shit but not wanting to get out of the bathtub. The point is you're going to brown out that water again, and the water's already brown. I'm saying we are going to get you out of that tub to the toilet where your number 2 belongs, and drain that tub and scrub it out. And the way we're going to do that is simple. We're going to clear out the primary turd floating in the awareness field of all humanity, which is the Great Pyramid of Giza, which brings me to the core of what the Night Stream is, which is, it's not just some stoner bro playing fucking prank calls. I do that up front for a reason. Operation Beast Blast is a global movement, and we call it Beast Blast because the goal here is for me to exceed the subscribers of Mr. Beast. You might know him from Beast Games. You might know him from Beast Meals, his meals that he makes. Mr. Beast has a lot of subscribers. And having had discussions with world-class economic masters, having had discussions with astrologers, having had discussions with people I can't mention here, the math is that once I have more subscribers than Mr. Beast, within 3 months, I will have enough money to buy the Great Pyramid of Giza. 3 months. 3 months. And they will give me the keys. And they want to sell it. They want to get that fucking thing off their hands. Hang on. Just 1 second. I will be right back. I'm going to get this motherfucker for good. I will be right back.
Close your eyes and say goodbye. And tonight it's time to fly. Stretch your wings, flap to the sky, where you know you'll be free. Memories, they melt away. Lifetime's nothing more than plays. Simple shows that we put on. Curtain call and then you're gone. Gone, gone beyond. Gone, gone, gone beyond. Gone beyond. Gone beyond. Gone beyond the going. A light, it shines so bright and clear. How many times have you been here? You feel no sadness, shed no tears, and flap into the light, flap into the night, flap into the night stream. Glowing tunnels carry you from all the things that you once knew, from all the places you once roamed, all the places you called home. Will you drink from the sweet stream, or to your memories will you cling? In your old cup of bitter brew, pour it out, drink something new.
Drink with me from the stream
of everything that's ever been.
Cool and clear, let's drink again.
Into these waters we will swim.
We will swim.
We will swim. We
So sorry about that. Fuck, dude. That was so fucked up. Good news, Weasel is gone. Like, for real this time. Bad news is I have been bitten on the foot by a fucking strange weasel. So, Jesus Christ, that was crazy. Like, you know, somewhere in like the midst of me explaining to you what Operation Beast Blast is, that little fucking piece of shit, it was like he was mocking me or something. I can't even express it to you. Like he was like doing this sideways bobbing, like it was sarcastic, or I can't even explain it. Like I don't want to say the weasel's telepathic, but it felt like it was sending really weird, mocking thoughts into my mind. And so then as you saw, I paused it, and I proceeded to like walk up to it. Every other time tonight that I've been trying to get this fucking thing out of my studio, it is run. This time it like went up on its like Ricky Ticky fucking Tavi. Like it went back on its hind legs and hissed at me. And like it wanted to fight. And dude, like, I'm sorry. I felt like it was about to leap at my face. So I fucking kicked that fucker. And the kick didn't work at all. It just wrapped itself around my leg. Like it wanted, like it was like it wanted me to kick. Like it lured me into kicking. Like it knew that if it extended its body, it was the perfect target for my foot. And like it had trained or something, it wrapped itself around my fucking foot and just bit me so hard. And I kicked it out. I finally got it to let go of my fucking leg, and it did this, I don't want to call it a ninja roll. I don't know any other way to put it. The way it landed was insane. I've never seen an animal do that. And it just stared at me, and I swear it was like it was smiling. It was like the look it gave me was like, I will be back. And then it just gone. So I guess I'm gonna have to go to the fucking hospital. I don't know if I have to get rabies shots now or what. It's crazy that just you forget, like, you know, there's other creatures that live on the planet besides humans. It's easy to forget that, and then you encounter them. It's like a mortal fucking combat for a second. Sorry about that. Sorry for interrupting, man. Let me get back to these super chats. Fucking, his teeth were like needles. Like my leg it hurts so bad right now. But I'm not. If I let that little piece of shit get in the way of the night stream, then who am I? If I let that little piece of shit disrupt, see, it almost happened. I almost went into super chats and didn't finish up with Operation Beast Blast. Wow, what do you know? What do you know? That's a little coinky dink. Yeah, well, that won't work either. So for those of you serving the pyramid, okay, send your weasels. Send your weasels. I'll learn. You got me tonight. My fucking leg is wounded, so great. I guess great. Your shitty fucking weasel bit me, so that's still not going to stop this. And by the way, you could send 100 fucking weasels into my studio, and they could devour me on the stream. But that won't stop this movement. This isn't centralized. So go ahead. Send your best fucking weasels. I'll take a few out on the way out. I'll take a few out. They can bite. I can bite too. I got old man teeth all fucked up. I had a shitty dentist who like got arrested because he was putting cavities in people who didn't have cavities when I was a kid. I'll fuck your weasel. I got fucking mercury soaked fillings. So I got a little poison in the fangs. So send them. Well, to cut to the chase, the Great Pyramid of Giza is the reason that we are experiencing all of the profound suffering that the world is experiencing. The slow degradation of culture, the homogenization of media, the gradual decline and shitification of, and I'm going to stop, Batesar, I have to say, Pop Goes the Weasel. Thank you. Thank you. Batesar the Menace, everybody. Spamming Pop Goes the Weasel, and you said it right. Pop Goes the Weasel. And yeah, sure, I kicked some fucking nasty ass weasel out of my studio, but the real weasel that has got its needle sharp fangs buried into the flesh of Gaia is the Great Pyramid of Giza. And this is what this is about. This is what the night stream is about. This is what we're doing here. We've all gathered together. We are pooling our skills. We are pooling our attention. We are joining together. We are organizing, and we are doing that in a decentralized way. And we are doing that because we have all come to the conclusion that if we destroy the Great Pyramid of Giza, all human suffering on this planet, as we understand it, will end. I'm not saying there won't be pain. People are still going to stub their toes, get stung by bees. I'm not saying that goes away. I'm saying that the tangible darkness that has enshrouded this beautiful planet, the systems of manipulation, the systems of distortion, the systems that have been designed to wear down any rational being to the point of complete subjugation, that these things will be gone. And if you're one of those people out there who has submitted completely to the Great Pyramid of Giza, I don't judge you. The last thing I want is for you to feel shame. I've seen so many videos of people getting eaten by lions. And inevitably, it's the struggle stops, and it usually stops sooner than one might expect, as though the human just knows there's no point, and then just kind of relaxes into the jaws of death. You see, if you're an apex predator, this is the optimal response that you would want from your prey. Just complete surrender to being devoured. It's hard to eat something that's got any kind of claws, and you could just get your eyes scratched at the very least. So if the fucking thing decides to submit and become like a little puppy in the jaws of its mama, even better. And so if you're one of those people who that's what happened to you, you look at your life and you realize you're essentially doing the same thing, except the jaws that you're in are not so noble as a glorious lion. At least you get to become part of the metabolic process of like an incredibly beautiful, powerful creature. In this case, you're locked in the jaws of the Great Pyramid of Giza. And it is not noble. It is not good. It's a testament to slavery, narcissism, sociopathy, and superstition. But most importantly, it's a psychic, it's like the opposite of a Glade air freshener if that air freshener released noxious metaphysical fumes. It's the source of the problem. They want you to, of course, the Great Pyramid wants you to think it's carbon emissions. It wants you to think it's socioeconomics. It wants you to think it's political or whatever. In that way, you'll find some subgenre of its horror and fight that. And that's embarrassing. It's not your fault. It's powerful. I feel like I need to address this more and more because I've seen it out there. People are saying, he doesn't mean the Great Pyramid of Giza. It's a metaphor for like capitalism, classism, hierarchalism, centralization. And I have to say, you are fucking wrong. Don't do that. Don't be an accidental servant of the pyramid. Why would I do that? Why would I code that? If I thought that was the problem, you better fucking believe I would go at it. I wouldn't do some subversive bullshit. The problem is literally the Great Pyramid of Giza, and we're going to take it out. And the way we're going to take it out is beautiful, profound, and will reverberate through time forever. And you're part of that. And what we're going to do, we're going to cut off the capstone, and we are going to burrow down through the pillars. We talked about that last night. Down, 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 down. Once it's nice and hollowed out, we're filling it up with a soda brand. Some companies there's a bidding war, I'll be honest. And, it's Dr. Pepper is interested, Mountain Dew is interested, Diet Coca-Cola is interested. I'm interested in filling it with Diet Coke because that's my cola of preference. But we'll just see how that all pans out. It doesn't matter. It'll all have the same effect. It doesn't matter the soda. And once we fill it up with soda to the brim, we are going to dump into the hollowed out, now soda-filled Great Pyramid of Giza Mentos. Lots of Mentos. The reaction that this will have, the chemical reaction, will be so powerful. And we've done the math. We know what kind of Mentos, how many Mentos. We know exactly how many we need. We have come up with a few different ways of getting them in there. Some of them, I think are a little ridiculous. And honestly, I think they're beautiful, and I appreciate the suggestions. But it's like getting Cirque du Soleil to sling Mentos out of a fucking blimp is cool, but they assure me they could, and who doesn't love Cirque? They assure me that they could fill it up with the same amount of Mentos that an Apache helicopter could dump in. But we're probably going helicopter. I mean, I want to do something something that makes it showy, but I really feel like that's getting lost in the sauce. So we'll probably do helicopters. But the point is, we're going to fill it up with Mentos, and it's going to blow the fuck up. It's going to be gone. It's going to be gone. That's it. It's over. It's over. The nightmare is over. And what we will also be doing, and I'll be sharing this time with most of you who are here, is we're going to have the most incredible music festival that has ever happened on planet Earth. I am in pre-negotiations with Kanye West's team. He is going to be performing while we eradicate the Great Pyramid of Giza. And you're going to be there. You're going to be there. You are there. I mean, let's face it. What we're finding out about time, we're beginning to realize time's arrow is a bunch of bullshit cooked up by assholes. Time doesn't work like that. It ebbs and flows. It washes back on itself. And you can feel it right now. I do it every night before I go to bed. You can feel the day. We're all there right now. There's no future. There's no past. There's just now. We're there right now. Can you see it? Do you see the way the fence of titanium filaments glitters in the desert sun? Do you see it? Do you hear the helicopters? Do you hear that? Are you watching as they fly over and you see that streak of white as the Mentos are deposited into the pyramid? You listening to Kanye? Good morning. And you'll probably notice this thing. If you can really tune into this moment, what you're going to see is this flash of light, which doesn't make sense. Why is there a flash of light? It's just Mentos and Diet Coke. Well, that flash of light is the final release of the malevolent energy that's held within the pyramid. And then that flash of light, it'll be so quick. You'll feel it for a second. It'll be like a maximization of all your suffering for a millisecond. And then you will experience the most profound feeling of liberation that you've ever felt. and people all over the planet will feel it simultaneously. And then we will enter into the new aeon, the new age. And you are part of that. You are part of that. And that's what this is all about. That's what we're doing here. And I welcome everyone. Sure, I see the chat. I see what some of you say. And, you know, I could easily mute you, ban you. But you'll notice I didn't. I want you here. Because I know that you right now may have succumbed to the dark, malevolent forces that emanate from the Great Pyramid of Giza. You're confused, but you came home. You came home. Your child runs away. You're so sad. You do an Amber Alert, can't find the child. But then one day the child comes home, confused and angry. What are you going to do? Throw the kid out of your house? You've been weeping every night. I welcome you here. I welcome you here. All are welcome in the night stream. All have a part to play in Operation Beast Blast, because that's what we're doing. Now, you know, Batesar, the menace, I think you made a fairly good point. I think some people are saying, why do I feel like you saying this over and over again? Every stream is going to manifest it. The reason that you feel that, Batesar, is because it's happening. You know, you can call this whatever you want. Some people at the Oxford Art Review are saying it's one of the great performance art moments in, like, you know, recent memory. And sure, you can call it that. You could say it's some kind of artistic movement or something, like whatever. That's not what it is. You know, people want to reframe it, like what you just did, Batesar. You want to reframe it because what it actually is so fucking powerful that your brain can't wrap around it. What this means, what's happening here. You know, one of my friends, Raven, told me, you know, we have to use the Roman roads if we want to destroy the Roman Empire. It's brilliant. This is the main problem of the empire of the pyramids, of course, is that it needs us. It needs us way more than we need it. It needs us to interact with its technology so it can evolve its technology. It needs us to be the midwives of every single foul thing that it gives birth to. And what it doesn't understand is that there is no foul baby. All babies are perfect, pure, wonderful. And any impish fucking thing it spits out of its bleeding, inflamed, demonic vagina, we will raise into something beautiful, powerful, and something that wants nothing more than to eradicate, vanquish, and vaporize the Great Pyramid of Giza. So send your weasels. Send me your weasels. Maybe you're a weasel in the chat. That's okay. Keep hanging out. You'll come around. You'll come around. Because tomorrow when you wake up and you think, what the fuck was I doing? It didn't feel like 2-3 hours. It felt like a second. What was I doing? Was I hypnotized? No, you weren't hypnotized. What you were doing is you were swimming in history. And that's what we're all doing here together. So I'll post the link to the Discord server if you want to go deeper into what Operation Beast Blast is. You know, I've been quite busy. I am going to be posting on the Discord pamphlets that you can pass out in your towns. You don't need, I mean, if you want, I love doing it because I like using Procreate. But, you know, you can make your own art. You don't need my help. In fact, I'd rather you didn't have my help. Look, let's face it. The more we grow, and we have grown spectacularly. Let me just pull up what's going on in the YouTube here. Just want to show you what's going on, just so you see that what you're doing is having a huge effect. me just show you something here. How do I fucking pull this up? Okay. Then I've got to look at analytics. I want to show you what's happened. How do I fucking pull this up? And we, you know, we can't get too lost in bean counting here because we got a long way to go. Let's face it, Mr. B subscribers it's incredibly improbable, but let me just show you this. How the fuck do I do this? Alright, I'll figure this. I'll read it to you. This month, we have gotten 15,000 subscribers. 15.5 thousand subscribers. Do you know what that feels like? And I don't think there's like it's any accident that they're sending. They're at the point of like, all right, start sending fucking weasels, and it's fine to me. I look at that as a good sign. Like when you're trying to make a fire and the smoke starts rising, you're gonna see weasels, I'm sure. The channel itself, 1.2 million views, 918,000 more than usual. 439,000 hours of watch time. So, yeah, it's working. Beast Blast is in full effect, and you are part of that. All you got to do is just subscribe. That's it. Become a member. Great. You'll get commercial-free episodes of the DTFH, but these are already commercial-free, I think. So, I don't know why you would do that, but I hope you do. I'm going to have member stuff there to entice people, but right now, just do it out of love if you feel compelled, but you don't have to, obviously. Just you being here is enough, but just know, Batesar, just know, this isn't some manifestation hooey. This is real. We're going to blow up the Great Pyramid of Giza. It's going to happen. And every single one of you watching, even those of you right now who are like, what the fuck is he on, man? You feel it. I know you do. And for those of you who already know that this is real and what we're doing is real, I invite you to make your own art, post it around wherever you live. You don't have to mention this stream. Just spread the knowledge that what's happening here is because of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Make your own posters, put it up in cafes and stores, hospitals, diners, mini marts. Put it out there. So people begin to understand this is happening, so that they know you can send as many fucking weasels as you want, but it's too late. We're getting rid of the Great Pyramid of fucking Giza. We're not fooled anymore. It's not working. We're not buying it. We're not going to affiliate. We're not going to get co-opted by some fucking political movement anymore. We don't care what the pundits have to say. We don't care about someone's geopolitical analysis of what's happening in the Middle East. We don't fucking care. We're done. The thread, it snapped. You overplayed your hand. And we're backtracing you. We backtraced you. And we backtraced you right to the Great Pyramid of fucking Giza. So we know, and we know how to destroy it, and we're going to do it. And that's why you're here. And that's what Operation Beast Blast is. Let's get in the super chats. Adam Dev Media says go on Therapy Gecko's show sometime. I would totally do that, but he lives in LA and I've got a bunch of kids, so it's impossible. I think we actually DM'd at one point. Drew Lewis! The Washington Monument is basically the pencil needle ding ding of the pyramids. It's got to go. Yeah, it is the cock of the pyramids. But you know what? I tell you what, you can cut off a fucking monster's cock. It's still a monster. Or you can get rid of the monster, Drew. But you're right. David Key says, earlier I meant how thoughts give off frequencies that cause butterfly effects to the edges of the universe. Our inner monologue isn't our own words. I did a panel with Spectre Vision at South by Southwest. That was literally the topic of the, so weird. That was the topic of the panel. It was like, where do ideas come from? And that was sort of like, you know, they had lots of like really good examples of crazy shit. You know, most recently, like it's people have known about this for a while, but the sort of art of some, like from some time ago, this guy liked to draw airships, and there's all these airships with like Trump written on them, and, you know, Baron Trump, and it's weird, like total singularity bullshit, like the future washing into the past. Thanks for the super chat. Daniel Reed says, subscribe, peeps. We must beat the beast, Mr. Beast. Exactly! Subscribe! Just click the subscribe button. I know what you're thinking. It's shoveling shit against the tide, man. It's over. See, that's the effect that they want. They want you to submit. It's pointless, hopeless. And you will think that if you get sucked into one of these political tribes. You will think it's hopeless, even though you feel like you're part of, like, you know, change. That's not real change. I'm proposing real change. And I'm saying it's possible. Not only is it possible, it's inevitable. You know, all you have to do is just flip back through any history book. Massive, earth-shattering changes happen with some frequency on this planet. And, you know, the Great Pyramid of Giza, the spirit of the fucking thing, the thing that it emanates, is the same spirit that got people to build it. People argue, did it build itself? I think that's a safe bet. It's one of these things that tends to build itself if people get too confused. And Beast Blast, this thing you're part of, it's the fist in the gut of the Great Pyramid of Giza, and the old sallow gut of that shitty fucking thing that fascinates people for no reason at all. It's a pile of shit stones in the middle of nowhere. Right there is the red flag. Who gives a fuck? Why has it captured the attention of so many? Why? If it's just a pile of old shit bricks. Well, it's because it's an amplifier of the most malevolent, dark energy that's this planet, maybe this galaxy, has ever experienced. And it implies indestructibility. Sits out there, it's like, yeah, nothing has taken me out thus far. Pole shifts, meteor impacts, mud flood. I'm still here. You really think you're going to do anything about it? Yeah, the answer is yeah. Because in Operation Beast Blast, we recognize the innate, infinite power of the human spirit. We understand what we really are. They call us consumers. Those that worship the pyramid. And they say that, you know, in a way that's normal, to define human beings as consumers. It sounds like the name of one of the classes of Zerg in StarCraft. Consumers. I think it actually might be. You're not a consumer. You might consume things, but you're much more than that. What you are is a pyramid destroyer. And every single one of you who has subscribed or super chatted or become a member or joined the Discord, you have stepped into your true shoes. Your beautiful, beautiful shoes. The shoes of freedom. Thanks for the super chat, David Key. Daniel Reed and David Key. Neomian, rolling in late. Love you, man. Love you too. Thanks for being here. Neomian, Duncan doesn't subvert. He shows it all like the pretty flower he is. Down with the triangles. Thank you. Exactly. The metaphor thing has got to stop. Imberly Rose says, here for the Mentos and Coca-Cola Fund. I hope Steve live streams the explosion. Breaking news, breaking news. You know what? You just gave me a great idea. God, that would be fucking incredible if he could, like, fire a starter pistol or something. Like, he starts the whole thing. I love the idea, Emberly. I'll reach out to his people. Jay Bacino says, first-time donor, long-time listener. Thank you, Jay! Look. Every single time that we do these, the world gets a little better. And that's what the night stream is. And yeah, the pyramid's still here, don't get me wrong. But we'll go into this more in another night stream. Not tonight, there's no time. I gotta get some sleep. But, you know, a question has come up in the Royal Theological Review about this, and I think it's a good question. A little academic, and it felt a little condescending to some degree, but what do we do before the pyramid gets blown up? It's the name of the article. And I feel like that's a fair question. And so I just would invite you to sort of, in your own free time, pull up a video of someone getting eaten by a tiger, a lion, preferably like a feline. It doesn't have to be a human if you're a pussy and you can't watch that, but, you know, a mouse or whatever. I just want you to watch something in the jaws of a great beast. And I want you to look at what happens there. I want you to look at the fight, and then I want you to watch when at last it submits to being devoured. Because I think we have a little bit of a roadmap there. Because all we have to do is reverse that to figure out what we do before we blow up the pyramid. Number one, you have not been devoured yet. You're here. Remember that. I have no doubt that your life right now might be a little more turbulent than you would want it to be. You might be experiencing things that seem insurmountable. And on top of that, you've been tuning into this stream or that stream, not the night stream, other streams. And you've been given this doomer vision of reality. It's Doomerville out there. And so, on top of your own personal struggles, dealing with a fucked up economy and all the stuff everyone's dealing with, maybe you're an oil trader. It's like, God damn, this shit's getting expensive. Maybe you subscribe to this political class or that, and you're realizing you were hoodwinked. You feel like a fool. So you want to numb down. You're done. You want to clock out. You want to sedate yourself. Just not feel anymore. let yourself get eaten by a pyramid. You're not going to do that because you're here. And yeah, maybe if you were by yourself, maybe it wouldn't. Maybe there would be no hope, though. Even then, I think there would be hope. But you're here with your new family. And all you got to do, I don't give a fuck if you subscribe. Why would you? I don't. But I invite you to our Discord. I'm going to post the link here in the chat. Join this community. Come hang out. It's time to reconnect. Yeah, sure. It's a dream. We all know it. It's a simulation. We all know it. All the stuff. But it's still happening. Yeah. It's still happening. And what are you going to do? That's the Discord link I just posted. You going to spend your time surrendering, submitting, bemoaning the fact that you're being devoured by some hyperdimensional fucking thing that right now manifests on this planet as a pyramid? No. That's what they want. That's what it wants. I do know there's servants of the pyramid in this chat. I do know servants of the pyramid sent a weasel into my studio tonight. I don't think you're one. But you can accidentally become a servant of the pyramid. And how do you do that? It's easy. It's easy. You give up. You go numb. You stop feeling. You think it's better to be numb, dumb, and full of cum. Than to be alive, smart, and full of cum. I don't expect you to wake up all at once. It takes time. Just take that sweet little hand of yours, click that Discord link, just join us. Hang out. It's a joke, okay? It's just a joke. We're just having fun. Do that if it helps you. It's just a joke. This isn't real. Whatever makes you feel okay with connecting. And we'll take it from there. Lose the Fur, thank you for the super chat. I can't look. My girlfriend of 18 years said Operation Beast Blast is stupid. Guess who doesn't have her promise ring anymore? I'm not going to lie, I miss her, but trying to stay strong. Lose the Fur. Listen, number one, 18 years is pretty young, so we have to forgive her there. She probably was just graduated high school, you dude. But the you're probably 19. I don't know. The truth of the matter is that that's not how we run things around here. And again, these habitual responses to phenomena have been entrained in us by the pyramid itself. So what do? We banish, we ostracize, we withdraw, we withhold love. We create an us and a them. That's what the pyramid wants. You got to get her back. Bring her back. What are you doing? You know how stressful it is to graduate high school? She's probably just out of high school, huh? Just trying to find work. I don't judge anybody for thinking whatever they think. When the pyramid's on the planet, how can you? How can you? It's like somebody releases nerve gas onto a fucking battlefield and you're judging people for flopping around like fish. Thanks for the super chat. Marshall Rain says, so happy to be here. I'm happy you're here. Well, I want you to take a look now. 646 people are watching. This has been a lot of people watching. Maybe the most people watching at one point of any other stream. For those of you new here. Okay, Nas Jester says it's either pyramid or allegorical cliche. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. It's not an allegorical cliche. I would never do one of those. Give me a break. Fucking pyramid. But I get it. It's a coping mechanism, basically. People are coping, so they want it to be that. And also the pyramid wants that. The Great Pyramid of Giza would love it if this was an allegorical cliche. Of course, because then it's safe. Now we're gonna start taking down the oligarchs or whatever that is. This is the I think some of the oligarchs don't want to be oligarchs, if I had to guess. This is the part of the stream we've been doing. I don't know if I can make this a regular practice. Because what you're looking at here are my modular synthesizers. And I love them. But this part of the stream is like, you'll notice, just watch the viewership drop. It's justified, by the way, because I like to make noises on these machines, which is how we've been closing these things out. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing it, but the problem is I get hypnotized by these things, but I don't have them leveled out right at all. So it sounds like shit, man. That's just a cut to brass tacks. But, maybe I should just focus on one synth this time, just to make it more interesting. So maybe we'll do the Akimi's Taiko, which is a really mysterious and weird drum machine type thing, which I still don't understand. But what I love about it is, I don't even know if you guys can see this. Yeah. This is apparently, for the olds out there, this is a Sound Blaster card. What we used to put in our computers to hear like video game music. So it's a circuit bent Sound Blaster card, which means you can really make it shriek sometimes. And I still have no idea how. There's been a few times I've made it shriek. But let's just get some kind of signal going through it and see what we can make it do. Fuck. Okay, hang on. Oh yeah, I've got this thing. I have to do this. All right. Hold on. Wait, where did I? Oh yeah, let's plug it in. I mean, but the amount of weird sound, the spectrum of sound this thing makes is crazy. And I have no idea how it works. And I know this sounds lazy, but I don't want to know. I could look up what this shit means, but I don't want to know. Just that, what the fuck is that? What am I even doing there? But then you do something like that and you're like, whoa, that was weirdly musical. Why don't we like run some kind of random signal through that and see if we can make it repeat that. That's cool. Then this algorithm, I don't know what this does. Well, that's cool. What's it do? Oh, that's cool. It's like fluctuating between. That's kind of awesome. Release 2. I don't know what it does. Oh, I like that. Okay, so like if we fluctuate that in some kind of rhythmic way, that's going to sound cool. Is that too loud? Oh my god. Then, inevitably, what I want to do is take, this is like my favorite synth. So like I have this Morphogene here, which is a reel-to-reel tape player emulator. And like inevitably, I want to take that and put it into this. Because then I can sort of like break it down into like the components of whatever the fuck it is. Oops, I gotta erase what was on there before. And then just record that. Now I can like slow it down and fuck with it a little bit. Or even reverse it. Well, that's cool. That's so cool. And that, you know, to me, that's cool. To you, it might be like, dude, what? This is like a lifetime of using psychedelics leads you to be like, man, that's beautiful. And then, of course, inevitably, you're gonna want to like throw that through some kind of filter, which always leads me to the prism, which is kind of why I feel like if I'm gonna keep doing this, I have to get so much better at it, so it's more varied, because I just basically do the same thing every time. This thing is like an incredible echo machine resonator thing. And then I always want to like start fucking around with this thing, which has really been giving me a hard time lately. See, I'm trying to get them tuned. This is where I've been having problems. I'm pretty sure it's not this thing's fault. It's like a nice ambient, kind of like chilled out. Now then, this beast, the elements. Oh, talk about not understanding a piece of a synth. This fucking thing has tormented me for years. But I'll just give you an example. This is like an incredible oscillator that really you can make insane sounds with this fucking thing. I always use it for like but what I never do with it is this. I don't know how to do this part because it does like an actual like it does like strings and flute and stuff. But I can never make that work. Oh, there it goes. Like, whoa. And then, I don't know why it stopped. This thing is like a drone machine. I've just been using it for beats lately. What the Yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's cool. Look, I know there's 6 viewers left in the chat, but you're here because you feel what this is. We're fighting back. have to do with that? You gotta put an echo on the fucking weird synth voice thing. If you don't do that, what are you even doing with your life? Transmission from the angels themselves, if I do say so. Sometimes the angelic host descends upon your modular synthesizers and sings to you, and you don't deserve it. But the angels don't sing because anybody deserves it. They sing because they like to sing. And we destroy the pyramids because we like to destroy the pyramids the way the angels like to sing. And that's why we're here. This has been my favorite night stream. I'm so happy you guys are here. Let me go to the see if we got any more super chats so I don't seem like an ungrateful prick. Thank you, Imberly Rose. Here's for the Mentos and Coca-Cola Fund. Thank you. Wait, you already said. Well, thank you again. Please keep the synth machine in, man. Do what you love. I love doing it. I will never stop. It's so fun. Neurostreams, thank you. Thank you, David Key. Neurostreams, in awe of the dream of a pyramidless solar system. I'm in awe of a dream of a pyramidless planet, but I like your spirit. We'll get there. Love the music. Thank you. Thank you, Andrew Knock. Debbie Valley, thank you for the super chat. Thank you to all of you who have been on this stream, who have subscribed, who have chimed in, who have joined the community, clicked on the Discord chat, or just given me your sacred human attention. I'm grateful for it. I think we'll be back tomorrow. After that, I'm going to the Pittsburgh Improv. If you're in the Pittsburgh area, come see me do stand-up. And so I've got to figure out a way to stream from the road. It's going to have to happen. I've got a lot of dates coming up, and I feel weird only doing these for like half the week. But probably tomorrow night, subscribe and you'll know. Keep your eyes to the stream. And remember, we can do this. We are doing this. They're not going to let you know this is happening. We aren't supposed to have this kind of technology, access to it, the ability to connect like this. It's the last thing the servants of the pyramid want, but they need it for their wars. So we also get to use it. And we are going to do it, the thing that, you know, it's like heartbreaking. You're a kid and you feel like, oh my God, anything's possible. And then you get the fucking download, you know, and you're like, oh my God, I can't do it. It's hopeless. It's very sad. It's almost a crucifixion if you think about it. But we're gonna reverse crucify you. Gonna get you off that self-made crucifix. We're gonna plug you in to this community that you have found tonight. Operation Peace Blast, aka the Night Stream. Join us. And remember, you're in the Night Stream. I'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks, you guys. Bye. God bless you. Be careful out there. Do something nice.